Hey guys, so we got this 2006 Cadillac STS, and they said the lights come up on the dash right here. You can see it. I had to jump start it, so we jump started it. So I'm letting it run for a little bit. We got a lot of codes here. So we got fewer modules on bus and program, neutral safety switch circuit, intake performance, throttle body performance. So let's save all these. I want to check to see if we have a throttle compensation pit on this. Let's see. Throttle actuator control. I don't know if these have a throttle actuator or a throttle compensation pit. Okay, so I'm gonna keep looking on here, see if we got a throttle pit. If not, then I'll look up to see what the code can set for. So I found our fuel trim. Our fuel trims look good. Looks like they're like perfect. So that's good. I haven't found a throttle compensation pit, so we might not have one. I was hoping this would have it like the 4-cylinders do. I'm gonna look up real quick, see what can set those two codes, and then we'll go from there. I also want to clear all the codes in the modules and see what comes back. Okay guys, so I looked at the codes right here, P0 or P1101. When we scroll down, it says right, where was it at? Right here. The mass airflow and the map and the TPS is not within range for the calculated flow for more than a half a second. So we'll look at our map sensor reading and our mass airflow. Okay, here's our P0068. So when we scroll down, it says our code setting. It says the ECU detects that the airflow rate is more than the calculated airflow for 0.2 seconds. So we're gonna have to look at our mass airflow sensor reading. Okay, so we're back with the scan tool. Let's go back under here. I didn't clear anything yet. Let's go to read data stream. Engine controls. This will do throttle. Let's see, mass airflow sensor. We should have it. We might have to go underneath the other one. Engine data. We should have an actual and a calculated, I think, mass airflow. There's our barrow. Usually we have a calculated pit in here for GMs. Look at our map. Yes, we don't. Let's turn our AC off. Oh, I think we had to just press power. There we go. That looks about right. That doesn't look right. Well, let it come down to an idle. Starts running a little rough, guys. That's odd. I'm gonna go look, see if there's a calculated pit in here somewhere. So guys, I got the car running. We do have a positive fuel trim on one bank. You can see that 7% on one bank. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna shut the car off. Just gonna get this plastic out of the way. And we might be able to twist this out of the way. There we go. And I think what we're going to do is we're just going to smoke the intake real quick and just see if we have any leaks anywhere. And then if not, we're just going to have to get down to move some cars here because there's a lot of cars in front of me. I got like 11 cars to do here. And we'll see if we can get it to act up. But right now it's not. So it's kind of hard to test stuff sometimes when I can't take it for a test drive. Okay guys, so we got our intake bladder in here. I tightened up this clamp, make sure that was tight. Let's see if this works. Let our smoke machine run here for a little bit, and we'll check to see if we have any leaks. This car is ridiculous. And with how hot it is, it's like 94 degrees. Oh, and we got a leak. We got ourselves a leak from the back. I wonder if you guys will be able to see it. Well, we see it coming out. We're gonna have to get that foam out of the way. Shut this off. Get that foam, or try to get the foam out of the way, and then we'll see where it's coming from. Okay guys, so look at this. It's coming out of our brake booster hose right there. I'm gonna see if I can get that off. Maybe we can fix it. Hey guys, so the hose isn't even like connected. Watch this. Zoom you guys out. Look at this. Look at that. It's just flopping. There's nothing to it. Maybe we can put a clamp on there or something. Okay guys, so I got a hose clamp here. Hopefully this will do the job right there. So I'm going to slip this in the back. We'll get this tightened up and we'll see if it works. Okay guys, so I got to use my new extension too. Look at that, we got that all clamped on there. Oops. There we go. You can see that. Use my new extension. So I found these at DeWalt. I mean, not DeWalt. I found these at Home Depot. And it's one of the extensions for on like a drill, but I modified it. So there's a magnet in there. So what I did was I took like this big hex bit right here, stuck this in here, and then I took it over to my vise. I just pounded on it really hard, like straight down onto the vise, and I was able to push the magnet in so that, and the brass fitting, so it's like flush with the back of the tool right there. So now the bits fit all the way in, because before they only went in like part way, and it was just barely enough that it didn't like it was like that far, and it didn't like, it was really hard to like use it. But now with it in farther, the magnet's actually a lot stronger that way, and the bits stay in there fine. You don't have to worry about them falling out, and it works great on this ratchet because this ratchet has the recessed 1/4 inch drive, and then it fits right in my case. Actually, I'm going to need this, but yeah, like it fits right in my case like that. So let's turn our smoke machine back on, pick this up, and we'll see if we get any leaks. Hopefully we don't get any leaks this time. But I think that might fix our issue. Surprised our fuel trims weren't off. Unless the map sensor reading was lower. Because it would probably have to do like an idle relearn and stuff now. I think we just pushed our bladder out farther actually. Oh yeah, this whole thing's like twitching. I wonder if that's why our pressure ain't increasing. But I don't see any more leaks, guys. I have a feeling our pressure's gonna increase. So I'm gonna shut the phone off because it's starting to get a little hot. It's like 94 out here still. Okay guys, so I'm not seeing any leaks. It's been like 3 minutes now. Let's take this off. Oh yeah. So we did have pressure increasing. Look at that. It's smoking out of the intake right there. So let's shut this off. We'll let our smoke machine out. We'll connect everything back up and we'll see if we fixed it. Okay guys, got the car back together. I really hate this door lock. Let's see. Let's see what our ratings are now. Mass airflow sensor says 5.6. Map says 3.6. We'll wait to see what happens with our fuel trims if we go into closed loop. So I'll let this warm up and then we'll come back to it. It looks like right now we're adding more fuel. Our airflow rating looks lower. Let's see what happens when we hit the gas. Oh, it just comes down and idles now, guys. Didn't do that. It had like a drop before. So we'll see what happens once this warms up a little bit. Okay, look at this. So we got our map sensors at 5.08, so it's a lower rating now. And so that means we have more vacuum in the intake right now than we had before. And our mass airflow is reading 5.2, which is lower. Look at our fuel trims, where it's adding 7% on one bank. Give it gas. Look at that. So that's a lot better. Let's get out of here. Let's go. I'm gonna load up the Cadillac side real quick. I want to see what codes came back since we have our brake and ABS and that. I want to see if there's any other codes that came up. So I'll get this to load up and we'll do a health report and then we'll come back to it. Okay guys, so these are the codes we get. We still get our wheel speed sensor signal code, even though we haven't driven it. This dynamic rear proportioning performance, which I want to scan this with the snap-on and see if that's actually the case. And we get this fewer than controllers on the bus than programmed. So, and this instrument cluster loses communication with the Antilock brake system. But I'm curious about these codes, because I'm wondering if this is like rear shocks or something. Maybe that's why we get the speed limited to 80 miles an hour. That comes on the dash. I don't know how to get it to come up. Unless we restart the car, I guess. Let's go under engine. Let's see, read fault codes, DTCs. That's our only code. Let's see, read that. Oops, crap, no. Read data stream. Let's go into engine controls. Let's go under throttle. Let's see what our minimum position in that stuff is. Look at manifold. Let's go under throttle position, desire indicated. Minimum learned. I don't know if I brought up both of these last time or not. I don't think I did. So we are now at 2.45, where last time we were at 3 point something. Which I think is odd. Look at our map. Our mass airflow sensor is lower too, so we're at 4.8 right now. Just sitting here. So that's actually kind of cool. We got everything lower. I don't know why it would have been higher unless it was... Oh, you know what? It might have been compensating. We might have had... It might have been putting in, what do they call that? Like substituted data, which it's odd that it was wrong in generic too, but I've seen that on Mercedes. Mercedes has done that to me a couple times where they substitute. I don't know if it was substituted or not, but hey, we found our issue for that. So now I just need to find out. I'm going to grab a different scan tool and we're going to look, we'll do a scan on this car and see if the codes are any different. Okay guys, so I scanned it with the Snap-on. We got like the same codes. So I want to find out if the Snap-on will give me information on this code right here. Troubleshooter, ABS, code tips, C0, chassis control, 281, DRP for DT sets when the condition is set. Oh, so this sets when another code sets. 2 wheel speed sensors. Okay. Diagnose other DTCs first. Okay. Let's see, what's our other code? P1793. I don't know if this is 4-wheel drive or not. TCM receives no valid speed data from the ECU within 2 seconds. Interesting. Okay. So we have an instrument cluster that says lost communication with TCM. Current. Okay, so let's shut the car off. Let's put it in accessory mode. I'm trying to get the car to power up. There it goes. So let's go back. Let's clear all codes. Let's close this hood, because it also sets the code for the hood. I don't think we'll have to be under here again. So we may have to go after this instrument cluster or ABS module. Okay, so that's off. There we go. Let's see, code scan, pre-scan. Let's see if this will set anything right away. So I'm gonna let this scan and we'll come back to it because it's gonna take a little bit. Oh, look at that. So current. So it's there right away. I'm gonna quick search and see if we get the, oh, instrument cluster has no codes right now. Interesting, but this says current. Let's try going in here. Current codes. Let's try to clear codes. Let's try turning the ignition off. Ignition's off. Let's try turning it back on. There we go. Display codes, current codes. Boom. They're right there. So I'm gonna look up, see if there's any TSBs or anything on this. Okay guys, so I just looked up the code. So it's this DTC sets as a result of an internal circuit failure. The BCM. Oops. Let's go back into that. So it says right here that when this happens, one or more of the following actions may occur. Adaptive cruise control, dynamic rear proportioning, engine drag control, and vehicle stability enhancements are disabled. I guess TCS's traction control system is degraded. ABS and TCS turn on. Red brake light indicator turns on. So that's what we have. So the only other thing we could do is test powers and grounds. I want to see what they want to do. So that's where we're at with that. Hey guys, we're back with the Cadillac. Look at this lovely place for the ABS module. This is a pretty awesome place for it. It looks really awesome to sit here and try to do all the fittings too. Guess they're probably easier to get to than most cars, but I'm just like, man, it's like tucked up in here. Think we'll find any corrosion in here? If we can even get this to like come off. I wonder how many PCMs die under here too. I guess it probably wouldn't be too bad. Huh? I don't see any corrosion. Guess it probably wouldn't be too bad if they had the cover on underneath here, but the cover's missing. Look at the PCM right here. Just gets splashed by everything driving down the road. Lovely. But yeah, I'm gonna try to get this all disconnected, and we'll see if we can get this module out. Got a pressure sensor, looks like right here. I'll have to get that disconnected, and then we'll see if we made the right call. Because Carla ordered a new module. Right here's the module. So we got that one. Looks just as lovely as the other one. So yeah, I'm assuming powers and grounds are good. I could check them quick, but they still want me to replace it, so it really doesn't matter what I find because they still want it replaced. And I think our powers and grounds are good because everything else works in the car. I think we can even cycle the pump on and off. It's just it's just that one code. I forget what it was. That internal fault code. Because I checked the fuses before and they were good.